want you to hear the theme.
This is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake,
Can't do that.
yeah. Off panel, off topic. With Jake and Tyler.
No, not me. Oh,
For real, we should play Street. NBA, NFL Street. Oh yeah, because we're in the man cave studios where my my PlayStation 2 is there.
Wow.
It's because we revert back to the caveman stage where we are all men.
does that mean we gotta be like?
Because we're like the Liver King, primal, living.
I did watch,
Jake
Paul and him and his buddies do the podcast where they eat all the raw fucking shit. As soon as
They
he
eat balls.
pops,
They eat
yeah, they eat
testicles.
He's like, as soon as he put it on his lip, he goes, "Nah, man." And he's like, "Give me a spit bucket and a drink. I can't do this shit."
By the way, our resident Liver King expert, Luke Moyer, joined the show this week. Back-to-back guests, Tyler. Back-to-back returning guests. So how about that?
Wow.
You were there on episode 4, I think. Was the first time. We're on episode 76. That's how long it's been.
Damn.
Real fun aside. Speaking of like old episodes and stuff, I was behind somebody the other day, and they had a "Birds Aren't Real"
Nice.
bumper sticker.
Going back to tinfoil radio days.
See,
Our first episode.
Yeah.
I literally
know how
thought-
stupid that is.
I literally thought that was real
No, it's
until the end
totally
of the
satirical.
episode,
It's
and he
totally
was like,
satirical.
"Yeah, this is all fake," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, there's no way that shit.
I was seriously so excited and also kind of terrified that there were people who thought that birds weren't really real.
Because it's a scary
Yeah.
idea. They're all scary. Because it would be pretty
Right,
scary
but
if
then
birds could
that's
surveil
when
us.
it's
like
pointed out that
believing
it
in,
meant it's there to point out the inaccuracies of conspiracies in general,
Yeah.
But that's
then you're like, well,
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
that's last Thursdayism level.
That shit was fun. That episode was fun. But we're not here to
forgot
talk about old
Last
tinfoil radio
Thursday
episodes.
is
But
dude. I think it
you-
was created.
can I
Thursday.
just say
What
when
the
you
fuck?
name dropped Liver King,
Yeah.
you could see Tyler's will to live just go out of his eyes because before we started recording, Luke and I knew who the Liver King was. Tyler had no idea, and Tyler's like, "What? What?" We're like, "Oh yeah, he's this super jacked dude who claims he's all natural. He lives primal. He
reverts
eats
back
like
to the carnivore
he
stage.
eats testicles of animals. He eats raw livers. He's the Liver King because he always eats
because
liver."
he wants all their most proteinous
Meanwhile, Tyler is like, "What the hell?"
meat.
Because Tyler doesn't use TikTok, so he doesn't know anything about who Liver King
no,
is.
I just there's just kind of like there's this whole man backlash kind of thing.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, and it's I've never been into the whole toxic masculinity anyway. I'm usually a victim of that kind of bullying.
I have.
So when I hear about these guys, I'm like, oh, when are they gonna go away? When is the pendulum
Well,
gonna swing back?
when you say you're living natural and you sell yourself to your followers that you're this natural living
Even
guy,
if he wasn't
and then
doing
you get
roids,
found out
I just want
to be a
nothing to
fraud.
do with that person. Like I want nothing to do with you. Just go
and
away.
Here's the thing: I've listened
Yuck.
I listened to
All raw meat. You know what's good? Cooked bacon. A medium rare burger.
Have you had it raw?
Fantastic.
Have you had it raw?
No, because it's fucking
I
gross.
know.
You're not supposed to eat it raw.
Tyler, have you had a bull's dick raw though?
But
or
if
cooked?
but if you order a steak, a nice juicy meaty cut a stack, like sizzling shit, like the fucking the fucking sizzling you eat is
like
from
2
an
for
Applebee's.
$20
I'm gonna go for a
Applebee's.
job interview this week, and they're gonna be like, "What is that mark on your forehead? Are you Catholic? Wait, it's not anywhere near Ash
It's a
Wednesday." And I'll be
mushroom
like,
stamp.
"No, I just had to like smack my fucking forehead on the microphone
right.
over
Let's-
and
If
over
you
again
can't tell, we're
and
recording.
over again."
We're recording later than we usually do. We're recording at like 10 o'clock on a Saturday. So this is calm it down, man.
I'm tired.
I'm trying to move the show along. Because we spent 5 minutes talking about Liver King. But you also derailed
Okay,
me.
well,
Which
we're talking
I
about
derailed.
frauds. That's the topic for this evening, and we're talking about Warner Brothers.
Yeah, let's do it. Nice segue, bro.
Whoa, nice.
So mostly
Are you in radio?
mostly what we're going to be talking about.
That was a pro segue.
I've always been told that I have a voice for radio.
Uh,
I've been told I have a face for radio.
so yeah, the main topic.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that we're doing this topic again because we just talked about DC Studios with the Wonder Woman news and how things are going with that and what's going on with the Rock and Black Adam. Now
All available on HBO Max.
it is officially available.
I saw that
Fuck
today.
The Rock.
Here's how you know it's bad. Luke Moyer.
I thought about watching it, but I was like, eh.
Tyler, you accuse me of being a DC whore.
I'm a
Across
Marvel
across from me is Luke Moyer, the biggest DC fan I know.
Yeah.
And he was not interested in Black Adam.
I already knew
It's true.
that, though.
Yeah,
I already
that's
knew
true.
that. We had talked about, we've known each other for, 3 years now? And I've known that for a while, just from talking to you, that you're a big Batman. You guys are huge Batman.
Yeah, we did a
Love
whole
it.
Bat
Love
cast.
Almost irritatingly so.
He's the greatest character ever created.
You guys are almost as irritating about Batman as I am about Marvel.
I will contest that Joker is the
Look,
best villain ever created. I will defend that. Anyway.
I don't have
No-
really an
for
argument
no reason
against.
whatsoever, though, because
No,
he
but
doesn't
do you have an
he doesn't
argument
have-
against, though?
No,
See, so
but I'm just.
It
so
doesn't matter. It's all subjective.
yeah, but he kind of is by default. I mean, unless I don't have an argument against
I
the
guess-
Joker being the best
I
villain,
guess his whole like
Comic book
idea
villain?
Crippled a woman
is-
for a
or
joke.
villain in general.
is he just likes chaos. So he has a plan without having a plan.
Some
whereas all
men
the other
Just want to watch the world burn.
it's true. But
How
so-
dare
but,
you.
but a lot like majority of his other villains have like their own shtick. They actually make him be physical, like the brawny man, or use his brain, and like prove
Be a detective.
that he's the greatest detective. And like each one of these people like test him, and the Joker's just like, dude, I'm gonna just keep pushing your fucking buttons until you understand that all it takes is one day,
One day.
one shit.
Why'd you
day.
go McConaughey on
Don't
me?
know.
Anyway, we're not talking about Batman though. We're talking about Superman. So everybody knows by now, Henry Cavill is out.
Was the man? Was not the man?
And we
Is
got
the man again?
I think we're all-
It's taken away.
What are they doing?
so
They're
two-
taking the Jesus reference way too far because the
They're gonna
prodigal son,
resurrect him.
the prodigal son had returned, and then he was crucified by the
No, I
masses.
mean, like,
Here, I have an
what is
explanation for
Warner
this.
Brothers, like, what?
Listen,
Okay.
listen, so 2 months ago, they told him
Oh,
to
2 months ago. Wow.
to quit Witcher and
Settle
then
in for
announce
the
that he's
long
back in
story.
No. I don't buy that. No, I truly think they were just trying to boost sales on Black Adam, and so because The Rock strong-armed DC to get
Ugh.
Cavill at the end credit scene.
I really fucking
And I- and I-
can't stand
and
The Rock
so-
right now.
So I think what happened was to boost the sales and boost the advertising in that movie, they said, "Hey, announce that it's true. You're back." Because they thought, "Hey, we're gonna do something." Then, like, I don't know, a week, maybe a few days after they announced that he's back, they hired James Gunn. So then I was like, okay, what are we doing? And now there's this whole thing of like, he just got screwed up. Like, this man in his apology wrote, "The studio told me to announce this 2 months ago." So again, this is on Warner Brothers. That's how fucking in shambles this company is. That we've had, how many segments have we done about how many times?
Here's
they've
all I
fucked up?
gotta say is that James Gunn seems like he's the captain of a sinking ship.
And he's trying to eliminate the Snyderverse
No,
on purpose. He
right.
wants to start anew.
And that's stupid because that's
Why?
exactly what everybody has done so far
That's
is, I'm
gross.
going to put my own stamp on the Stop it. James, you are not the fucking be-all and end-all filmmaker of all
Are
time.
you for Henry Cavill still being Superman?
I just don't care anymore. And it seems like, I mean, they don't either. Let's reboot it. Let's not. Let's do it. Let's
See,
not. Let's bring
The
him back,
biggest-
but let's
the
make him
biggest
do the
problem
dibbity-dibbity.
right now that I have with DC, and this goes through all the
So
movies
they don't care about
that
their
were-
awesome characters?
that got axed, that got pushed forward, that got extended, is we got Black Adam because The Rock is a fuck, and but
The more
honestly,
I hear
he
about
took,
Black
he took
Adam, the
he
more
took
I'm
a
mad.
D-list character
So we can
and
blame.
tried to push
yeah.
him to more than Superman.
And he
it
committed
was-
fraud, by the way.
Who, by the way, this is even the best part, and we talked about this on the show. This is the best part about the Black Adam thing. First of all, nobody fucking cares who he is, like you said. But anybody who would care about him would also care about Shazam, who also nobody
who's
cares
supposed
about.
to fight against the fucking
And he says, I don't
biggest
want to
bad.
do it. And I don't know if that's true.
I don't
want
want to fight
mean, it wouldn't-
Shazam.
the first
Shazam
part
and
is-
Black Adam are
it's because-
totally separate.
It's because he
Are
has
you a
he
fucking
has
idiot?
a thing in his
Sorry.
contract.
Oh my god.
He has a thing in his contract.
It's after hours.
He's got that stupid thing in his contract where he can't lose a fight, and so he won't do the Shazam fight because obviously he has to lose, and he doesn't want that.
Well, he's got a thing in his contracts about not losing. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why he had a draw
But
with
then
Vin
he
Diesel.
wants to do the Superman versus Black
Fast and
Adam
Furious
fight, but
movie.
you
Yeah.
can't have the Superman Black
okay,
Adam
we
fight
can see
without
Vin
fucking
Diesel
Shazam.
getting his ass
And
kicked
again,
by the
I'm
Rock.
pissed about the whole name change with Shazam because it's the wizard that's Shazam, and he says, "Hey,
Well, 'cause
Shazam,
it's Captain
change
Marvel.
my name."
Well, that was from like
And
Marvel
it's just
and
stupid.
Marvel.
I know,
and-
but like
yeah.
it's Captain Marvel. I know him as Captain Marvel.
Well, so
you can't even introduce yourself
but-
because
But this is what I was talking about.
I'm Captain the other dudes.
Warner Brothers fucked over
Captain Shazam.
they not only fuck over Cavill, they fuck over Gunn because their mismanagement to say announce that you're coming back, then to hire someone a few days later and give them the keys and say do whatever you want to do. If you want to reboot this whole thing, go ahead, do it. You have our,
kind of needed to happen, and that's what I was trying to
I'm
get
okay
to.
with this.
That's what I was trying to get to, though, is that they were axing the Superman. They're axing all this. Green
I thought
Lantern
you were
cyborg
being
shit.
slang for asking. I'm sorry.
No, they're axing. They're getting rid of it, and they continue to push back.
I'm like, what are you
Aquaman.
saying?
They get rid of the Batgirl movie with Keaton. They get rid of all this shit, and yet they keep fucking promoting and pushing dipshit Ezra Miller's fucking Flash movie. Why is that one
that
still
should
in the
be
mix?
canceled.
Yeah,
Of all the things to cancel, that's the one to cancel because they're a piece of shit.
And the only thing that I'm pissed about, well, they canceled Wonder Woman. That's kind of shit. But the second one was not as good as the first one.
Well, they try.
But Aquaman, right now, is other than the Batman, it's like the best fucking DC movie that's come out in a long time.
Here's the big.
Granted, I took like 2 edibles the first time I saw it, so it was fucking fantastic as shit. But I love that movie
It was
because
okay. I
they
mean-
hit me right when they go into the fucking water for the first
Yeah.
time in Atlantis. And I was like, I'm on that. fucking
Well,
ride.
okay, so
Man, is it just me or is everything on the screen kind of wavy like they're underwater?
So,
I had this fucking
It's
chili
ju-
cheese
it-
fried
it
pizza
is-
going, and
It
it was fucking
is
fantastic.
you, and they're underwater.
so going back to why I think they also screwed over James Gunn, because when we talked about the Wonder Woman 3 stuff, Patty Jenkins had to come out and
Who screwed over James Gunn though?
the person that leaked that article.
He's secretly trying to
Which
take
article about Henry
DC and Warner
Cavill?
Brothers
No.
because he's such a
So
fucking Marvel guy.
last week you had the article about Wonder Woman 3 that made this whole thing where like Patty Jenkins walked off set.
Okay.
She said, "No, I didn't walk off set. They had a meeting with me.
Yeah.
The direction that she wanted to go in was not the direction they saw Wonder Woman going, so they passed on the decision."
Right,
Which
but
which
they didn't-
Which, by the way, let me finish my thought. It happens all the time in Hollywood. People are blowing this shit out of proportion. People get taken off projects, and projects get rebooted all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Do you remember The Batman? Matt Reeves' The Batman was originally supposed to be directed by Ben Affleck, starring Ben Affleck, fighting Deathstroke.
Yeah.
So this shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
But people make it a big deal because there's this thing of like, we've got to get the clicks. We got to get the tabloid out of like, man, this whole James Gunn really doesn't quite have the hold of the DC studios yet. Like he doesn't have it figured out. You know what I mean?
That's fantastic. Well, the thing is, you know, I mean, what are you gonna do about, his problem is that he's fallen into, I don't know if like they said, hey, you got carte blanche, and now they're like, well, except for a couple things, and he's like, fuck.
No, I think after Suicide
I can't hear you.
Which was
Sorry, I meant to
a
mute his
reboot in
mic,
itself.
and I muted my mic. That's why you could still
The
hear him
Suicide
coughing. I
Squad
apologize.
was an unintentional sequel with
What?
the idea of a
But
reboot.
that's what I mean.
What's
The Suicide Squad, they gave him full carte blanche. They gave him full creative control over Peacemaker. So I would not be surprised if they got him and said, do whatever you want. Now,
right.
Suicide Squad wasn't successful, but that's because it also
Sure.
came out on HBO Max.
Hey, but also, hey, James, if this really is your doing, all of these decisions to cancel all these things, you're the motherfucker who referenced all the DCU shit in Suicide Squad and Peacemaker.
But
so
he didn't know.
Sure, but I just got a question. If you didn't know and you were just winking to fans, I gotta be honest. You're really J.J. Abrams in and up for me right now, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
See, I love.
And
I knew
I
this
do
reaction would
that
happen.
bullshit does not sit with me. This fucking wink shit. Let's be honest. James Gunn has fucked over a couple of characters in the Marvel universe. Korath the Pursuer. He's a minor character. Hey, you had a perfect chance to bring in Nova to the MCU, and you didn't because it wasn't the right time. You know what? I want to make a movie.
Do you realize
with
you are
these
pro Zack
terrible
Snyder verse right now?
No,
I'm
I'm pro nothing. I'm pro nothing. Okay, because the Snyderverse was at least kind of, sort of coming together. And if they were smart and they used, well, they shouldn't
Oh my
use
God!
Flashpoint.
No. Okay,
They shouldn't use Flashpoint no matter what. But if
I got a very
That's where you get into the whole
well-thought-out
thing.
way to use Flashpoint.
okay,
I want to make a point because here's the thing.
fuck is texting me.
Here's the thing. No, I think your phone keeps getting unplugged
So you know what?
and plugged back in.
You just watch your mouth.
Oh,
Continue before I lose it.
like on me? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I love you.
like I was talking to Luke about this earlier today. A movie titled Batman versus Superman should should easily make you $2 billion. No question.
Yeah, because
But
you
that
got
movie-
the two main, the one that started it all, the guy that is more popular
It's the two
than
most
his dad.
two of the most common superheroes in the world.
The
Arguably.
best DCU moment, period. Do you bleed? You will.
That's fucking. Yeah,
But so that movie should
That
have.
part was fucking dope, dude,
Dude.
because he flies off before he fuck.
You're popping the mic.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
it was great.
dude,
That was one of
when-
my favorites.
When he's floating above the
I'm gonna have to watch that when I
Batmobile
get home.
and fucking, he just like stands up.
Wait.
slowly,
Are you
like,
pro Snyder
I'm
movies?
checking your ass right now. No,
I-
Snyder. And the way
Snyder,
the way that you can do a lot of the fixing of the casts, but still kind of keep it connected in a way with the Flashpoint is.
I'm listening.
So okay, you like release the Aquaman movie and do everything you planned with that movie,
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah.
But then you have all the footage of the Ezra Miller tank show that is the Flash. But then you recast him as he's heading into the Speed Force.
So he comes out a different looking
So,
Barry.
so then you see him spark up in the middle of where Aquaman is
Yeah.
with Mira.
Spark
whatever.
up. He's smoking.
He appears in there, and then
This is a real Speed Force.
this is how you keep Jason Momoa in an alternate
Everything's in slow
timeline.
motion.
You keep Jason Momoa as Aquaman in
Yeah.
another timeline, because I feel like that's a shit job.
I want
if
him
they-
to be
if they
Lobo, though.
recast him.
I want
Yeah.
him to be recast as Lobo. That'd be
But
awesome.
anyway, you can keep him as Aquaman, and he looks over at the lightning bolt, and he like has a weird confused look on his face, and he does Jason Momoa voice, Barry, and it's a different dude, and then it pans
Maybe-
back, and Mira's
maybe-
recast too, and that way you get
maybe-
rid of that fucking bitch.
Maybe the DC people and the Warner Brothers people are understanding something that Feige understood towards the end, which was, I don't want to give him too much leash. I don't want to give him too much rope. Because James Gunn seems like the more I enjoy his stuff, the more I realize that he seems to kind of have like you want to believe that he has enough wherewithal to make fun of himself and not take himself too seriously, but you also see moments where he really takes himself too seriously. And having control of an entire universe is something that James Gunn should not.
I don't think
He's going to play God.
I don't want him to. Because it's gonna be a shit show. Here's all these little in jokes. Oh yeah, hey, can you build a universe? No, it's too. We gotta fucking here's an obscure character from a 1950s Superman comic that's gonna. What?
I would not expect you to be so negative, and we haven't even. This is the thing. Again, this is how they screwed James Gunn because he's fighting a losing.
I think James Gunn screwed himself.
No, because of what he inherited. The dumpster fire that he inherited that was Warner Brothers Discovery and what they were trying to and how they were fucking up that DC brand and not doing it, whatever it may be, and where he's got to address this Wonder Woman article where he says some of it's true, some of it's not true, there's half-truths. People aren't being totally honest. And there's this whole discussion about, and at least he's being open about it on Twitter, shooting down rumors that are lies or, he's been good with that. So it's just people got to give the man a break. It's going to be a constant barrage of this stuff because he's got Snyder fan cultists who wish death upon him and talking about how it wouldn't be funny if he would die. I'm like, get a fucking life, you piece of shit.
I didn't say anything about that.
No, but he's dealing with that. He's dealing with all these leaks that are going around and all this bullshit, and he's trying to build this universe. And I understand people are going to be upset that Henry Cavill isn't Superman. That's fine. I get it. I liked him as Superman. But we also have to accept that this character is bigger than an actor. And to Tarantino's point, Superman is the star, not Henry Cavill. I'm sorry. In my opinion.
No, yeah, I have no problem with any of that. It's just, but if you're... Just why he feels like he paints himself into a corner so much. Him and Taika Waititi do that too. He painted himself in a corner by having a thing of Beta Ray Bill in the statue in Thor Ragnarok, and then not fucking actually fucking paying it off. What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Those, hints
Are you the douchebag who directed The Incredible Hulk and almost wasted the leader until somebody came back and said, "Hey, Tim Blake Nelson, you want to play the leader? Because we don't want to waste such an iconic character on a fucking throwaway scene like James Gunn and Taika Waititi seem to do all the fucking time. Hey, here's just a waste of a character. Here you go." Also, that was funny. Thanks, Taika.
Another reason I'm pro. Reason I'm pro reboot is because you cannot let these. You sound like you're just clinging on to the remaining pieces of the Snyderverse, and if you truly want to shed that, you have to get a new Superman. You have to get a new Batman. You have to reestablish this universe.
I think we can blame Dwayne Johnson for the whole Cavill mess.
Absolutely,
because he's the one. Yeah, I don't want to blame James Gunn, but I do think James Gunn has bitten off way more than he can chew. I hope he succeeds, and I hope what you're saying is right. That a lot of it is just leaks that he has no control over, and he's just trying to fucking get this thing going. But it just to me is again, you made a lot of decisions already. Whatever.
I think The Rock is a good guy. I think he does a lot of great work. I think he's a fun actor. He's got a lot of charisma.
He's fun.
But I think the way that he has handled this Black Adam flop has really made me lose some respect for the guy because he shared the numbers to prove that it wasn't a flop from a website that was created like a week ago. So there's bogus numbers that have not been gone through one or two sources to be proof that it wasn't a flop. And then I don't know, man. Then there's this controversy about him unfollowing the Black Adam and Warner Brothers accounts, but then he said I never followed them in the first place. And I was like, is that?
Well, there's a lot of Twitter.
Does that help?
There's a lot of shit going on with Twitter anyway.
Well, I mean, when Black Panther came out, he tweeted about it, where IGN compared the box office between Black Adam and Black Panther, and obviously Black Panther crushed because it's Black Panther in the MCU. And The Rock rightfully did say, hey, we just started a franchise. This is a part of the MCU. That's not a fair comparison.
Well, right.
But if you're The Rock, just ignore it. You don't need to go out of your way to tweet.
And here's the other thing too is
like I said, nobody gives a shit about the fucking Black Adam.
No, we said that too. When Gomez was here last week, he said the same thing. We talked about it. Nobody fucking cares about Black Adam without Shazam.
Yeah, exactly.
Except for about this movie.
I thought he would Shazam.
It's because Pierce Brosnan has fucking Dr. Fate.
Who died?
He hasn't seen
Spoiler, bro.
You haven't seen it?
Well, that fucks me over. I'm gonna wait for a while.
So sorry.
But that's
I'm
fine.
so sorry.
But he was the whole fucking reason I kind of got excited for it.
Tyler feels really bad for spoiling this.
Because I just assume that we've all seen it because
No.
we always.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I guess I'll be.
What do you got? Like a family or something that's taking time away from your
No, it's true.
precious comic
Look,
book
I got a lot of
movies?
paternity leave coming up.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
are
have so much
both-
to do.
Look up families. God damn it.
Anyway, so
It's crazy.
look, I don't know. And then there's people upset because it's going to be a younger Superman. Like, we already seen younger Superman. But James Gunn has also said it's not an origin. He's involved. He's not directing it, but he is writing it. So he could be the director. They could be finding somebody else to direct, somebody else maybe to come on and help write it. I don't know. But this is what's exciting to me. While it sucks for Henry Cavill, and it's true, he got fucked over big time. It's exciting that James Gunn is making Superman a focal point of the universe, and he's doing it and it's going to be a much better tone. I was talking to Luke about this. The big problem and the reason why Batman v Superman didn't make $2 billion is because it's a bummer. It's a it is a sucking and that's kind of why I like it is because it's so dour and gross and disgusting, and I kind of like that because it's different than this bright shiny.
It's such a piece of shit. I love it.
But
at the end of the day,
Superman still
it's
has
Batman
to,
versus Batman because they both are
yeah,
dark
they're
and
both
brooding.
Batman.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, it was the first time we see the Holy Trinity on screen,
That's
man.
true.
That's
That's
still
true.
fucking
The
dope.
Doomsday
dude.
fight was fun. I'm not gonna say it wasn't.
Wonder Woman's
She with
fucking,
you? No,
her
man,
theme
I don't know
music,
her.
That fucking theme music when that shit is.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
oh yeah.
dude. And come on, look,
Hey man, look.
look, man.
I don't know about you, but I got it.
When he has the armor on and he's shooting like kryptonite bombs at him and shit, that shit was pretty fucking cool. And then the fucking the scene where he literally recreates the comic panel from the Dark
Tyler,
Knight Returns.
Tyler, I wish that you know.
I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I wish we didn't have to, but that's my
We
point.
talked about that. The whole nightmare sequence was so. Why?
Batman v Superman.
The extended,
not the nightmare. The him having the nightmare about him.
Right.
Fighting the parademons. In
No,
the
not that
desert.
one. When he woke up in the fucking with his whole
and
mom
Flash
getting
is
shot
all-
again.
Yeah.
The pearls
Yeah.
and
Oh,
everything. We
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
get to see his origin.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we saw it again at the beginning of.
So-
Was it the beginning of Justice League
No,
2?
no.
I don't-
You
I don't
sure?
think
It was
so.
just Batman v Superman.
No.
But
Oh,
we
yeah,
did,
yeah.
We did have like
But
15
still,
minutes of
right?
Affleck on a horse.
Stop it!
On a giant mountain.
Here's what happens.
That was
Here's what
awesome.
happens. This
Yeah,
movie
that was pretty
starts.
cool.
These movies
Hey,
starts
I didn't know Iceland had mountains like that.
with Superman causing all this.
Fucking chicks smelling his sweater and just singing a fucking.
So the movie starts with death and destruction and
Smells
and
like-
Batman scowling at Superman. The movie ends with Superman dying. So I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, they rushed.
I
rushed.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to
Let's-
see a silly, joyful, happy
Let's
Superman.
squeeze 14 fucking comic book
Yeah,
stories into
You
one
shouldn't have
fucking
even
movie.
done-
Stop that,
should
right?
not have done
No.
Death of Superman. in
Shouldn't
the
have done
first-
Doomsday
in
that
the first
soon.
Team up. In that that's what I said too. Is like you immediately go to Steppenwolf, which is pretty much 1 inch away from your biggest bad.
Right.
Where Marvel is like, hey, let's do Loki. Because nobody gives a shit about Loki. He's not that big of a threat.
You know, there was a way that they could have, like, Lex Luthor could have, without using Doomsday and killing Superman. You know that they could have got them to fight and shit. He's smart enough. Why do you got to involve the fucking Kryptonian ship and?
Yeah. But
Although the whole sequence where they resurrect Superman in both movies,
Yeah.
both versions of Justice League, Snyderverse and the original cut, pretty fucking dope. And despite, Ezra Miller sucks ass,
Yeah.
but when he touches the box,
yeah.
Ting.
Or when
that's fucking dope.
when he's
dude.
running and Superman sees him, like his eye moves. That was awesome.
That
That
part,
was dope.
that's my favorite part of the scene of that fight scene is that when because you see that
Again,
he's moving so fast, but then Superman's eye and he just goes, "Oh shit, you're faster than me."
You know what it reminds me of?
Oh
You know
shit.
What, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me
that
of my,
part is scary as fuck. You just
and this is what I hope, and this is what.
But the creepy scene where he grabs the hot dog and like puts it in his pocket, and he's
Yeah.
like fixing Iris's hair.
That's
That's
a little
creepy
weird.
shit.
but here,
and then you think about him in Hawaii and you're like, ew.
Makes sense.
but here's what I'm hoping with what they're
There
gonna
were
do
signs.
with James Gunn in this new DC Studios. I really do hope we're getting a more joyful Superman, because we experimented with the more dour Superman, and let's be honest, evil Superman stories are played out right now. Like, and look, they said that Cavill could come back for future projects.
Cavill is his relationship name if he was in a relationship with himself.
Everybody's talking about having him come back and do like a Kingdom Come movie, like some point
That'd
down
be
the road. That would be
fucking
fucking
The
amazing.
thing about it is, though, is he wants Superman to be the central thing of DC.
If
He
you
wants
got
it-
everybody,
but he
but
is.
if you
he
got,
wants to
He's
start
their
the
Captain
universe.
America.
you know what,
He wants to start
reboot
the
everything,
universe.
and
The idea of having a younger version makes sense, because then he could sign on for a fucking contract to move up the.
also an
ladder.
unknown actor. Now Cavill's got some screen cred. He's got some clout and money to his name. Dude, this is seriously what James Gunn should do. Scrap all of the Snyderverse shit for like 5 years. Do your own thing.
Bring it back.
And then bring back everybody but Ezra Miller. You
Yeah,
bring back,
That's what I said.
you bring
fucking
back,
just-
you get the kid from the fucking Flash TV show,
He's pretty good.
Grant Gustin.
But he's so over this. He's so glad that it's over in the show.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
fine,
show
but
ran way
five,
too long.
but
Way too
5
long.
years from now, hey, you want to come back and
Sure.
replace Ezra
Yeah.
Miller as Barry Allen? Da da da. And you fucking bring all of those original folks back for a Kingdom fucking Come
Yeah.
fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
You got Affleck as the fucking crippled Batman.
Or,
You got fucking Cavill as the evil Superman. You got Godot as the fucking Wonder Woman,
Dude.
who's tired of fucking humanity and just a warrior.
Tyler, you could do Crisis on Infinite Earths. Like they did it with the CW shows.
Jason Momoa with the
Right,
fucking
but see,
claw
that's
hand
the thing
with
is-
hook.
But you could do
The
it.
TV, the Crisis on Infinite Earth works with those TV shows way better than it would work in a movie. It's too much for a movie, I think.
I'm just saying you plop into the Snyderverse for a minute and then you plop into another universe. I'm just saying it's
I
like an Easter egg.
I like the idea of just saying, fuck it. This is how the Snyderverse ended, as Kingdom Come.
Or maybe have Henry
But again,
Cavill
5-10 years,
help
give them time to
James Gunn's
age. Give
Superman.
all of them time to age appropriately, right?
Yeah, because all you do is just a nightmare sequence, and that's your Kingdom.
Here's the
Come.
best part. Henry Cavill is the youngest of all of them, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he looks younger than all of them. So by the time in 10 years, he'll still look younger than all of them, and he should, because Superman
Right.
doesn't age.
Honestly, it's a wrap the
They
D-
talk
like
about it
40,
in Kingdom
I think.
Come about
That
how
Affleck's
he
like 50.
he streaks his own hair in Kingdom Come white because he wants everybody to think that he does age, that he has
that he's
weakness,
old.
but he isn't. And I think Bruce Wayne calls him on it. That
Yeah, 'cause
fucking book is so goddamn
Bruce
awesome.
Wayne's the only one that figures it out, isn't he?
Fuck.
Like
What?
he's the one that guesses. Like he's the one who figured it out that he was lying. I'm pretty sure. Like Bruce figured it out.
No, he just makes the remark. He's just like, it's no, you're not fooling anybody.
Yeah, like we know.
With your glasses
We
and your
know.
fucking white hair.
Yeah, I would love to see that on screen, on a live action screen.
Yeah, seriously, just
The animated
kill
movie's
all of the Snyderverse shit for like 10 years. Kill it. Just kill it dead. Every time the rumor comes up, nope. Secretly behind the scenes, get Kingdom Come working so that in 10 years, you have it ready to
Also
film and
readapt
ready
the
to
nightmare
fucking go.
sequence
Also,
and just make that your fucking Kingdom Come. 'cause
Also-
that still ties in what we didn't get.
You could you could
That's the
work it
biggest
to have
problem with all
both.
this shit, is that there's
But
that
Kingdom
what if,
Come,
like,
see,
where is it?
the nightmare sequence is so bleak though. It's dystopian. Kingdom Come is
joyous.
Kingdom Come is still largely our world, but like the old heroes have retired, and so there's all these newer anti-heroes and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the older heroes retired because they were too old and they were too fuddy-duddy or whatever. But then Superman's seen enough, or who brings him back? I can't remember. The Spectre and that
Yeah.
preacher dude.
I don't. Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, I can't remember, but he comes back because he's pissed about it. He's tired of fucking because that Gog he sets off the nuke in Kansas.
Yeah.
So Superman finally comes back, and then he starts imposing like martial law and all this shit. But yeah, the nightmare sequence is like after the nightmare sequence is what would happen if the Kingdom Come Superman won, like after a couple years.
Yeah.
And Batman's like one of the few people who
Just
survived.
do that. Do your
Yeah.
Kingdom Come,
and this is
then
what
fucking
what
do
upsets
Nightmares.
me. This is what upsets me too.
But I like how Kingdom Come ends, which is
Right.
Superman says, "Okay,
I
I'm
thought-
not. I won't kill you all.
I said this.
Okay.
I said this to my friends, and I
Guess I'll let you live."
I do feel bad for saying this, but I did say that I felt like Aquaman 2 The Flash and Shazam were pointless because I'm like, this universe is ending. This makes no sense. But then I was like, wait a minute. I was enjoying these movies by themselves before. I'm going to go in enjoying them by themselves anyway. I'm still excited to see the new Shazam movie. I really don't want to see the Flash movie because I don't want to support Ezra Miller in any fucking way.
Yeah.
But I still want to see that movie because it's still something I think like everybody. What I've heard, the people that have gotten screenings of it have said it's very good. I hope it is, but at the same time, we know that Ezra Miller's version isn't going anywhere, and they was already dead before James Gunn was anywhere near it, and I'm just gonna.
Which sucks that they went to such great lengths to get Keaton back and shit, and like
just act
just
the
look at
movie that he was in.
I
I want that movie.
Can we at least get the footage of that? If you're not going to release Flashpoint, can you at least give us all the fucking finished Keaton footage?
Here's another thing.
I don't need context.
Here's how we know also that the Snyderverse is completely dead.
Well, in this scene, just play it.
The Wonder Woman and Superman scenes are cut out of the Flash movie. They're out.
Shit. They're
done.
done.
They're out. So,
After they just announced
I heard
that
the
Ben
rumor
Affleck's
is
gonna
I've
be in
heard
it.
dude again. I'm glad people should be happy that James Gunn is taking over in a sense that this is look what he's fucking inheriting. I can't tell you where this movie is on the timeline. I can't tell you what it does with the timeline. You know what happens with most MCU movies? I kind of got an idea of where it is. I kind of know where we're at most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lately, it's been wonky, but
you're
shows
wonky.
and everything else.
Say shit about my Marvel universe.
Anyway, moving on. One more thing I want to talk about news-wise
move on
before we get into these Christmas movies,
No.
our top fives. I want to talk about that fucking Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
Is there a new one?
You haven't seen it? Oh,
looks
dude. All right, so we had to stop the show dead. Made Tyler go watch the trailer. Tyler, what are your thoughts? You literally just watched this Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
It's pretty cool. I think it's cool.
Trailer.
I think it's cool.
Also, the go ahead.
I was a
Give us
fan.
more alternate timeline bullshit.
I was a huge fan of the. I kept hearing about. I didn't see it in the theater, the first one, and I kept hearing about the animation style and how like Sony trademarked it and whatnot. And I finally watched it, and I loved it because it was so much like a comic book.
Continue. I muted the wrong mic again.
The engineering in this place is fucking terrible. You need an engineer. Yeah, it does. No, but
It's my vibrator.
Wow. You could always call it a back massager. You know, let them figure it out.
I don't have a charger.
Yeah, anyway, but yeah, it's I like the comic book type. I liked Ang Lee's Hulk, because it was so much like a comic book and stuff, or at least he tried.
Yeah.
The beauty about the Into the Spider-Verse, I guess,
The animation Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah.
well, no, the first one is Into,
yeah.
right? So this one is Across.
Yeah.
Okay.
The third one is Beyond.
Both of them. Yeah. Is there a third one?
There's
Between the two of them, both same kind of animation. I really like the comic book type stuff, and I really like how they. I just like the interpretation of it. It's cool because you can you don't have to worry about being in the MCU, and Sony has found a way to like make a standalone Spider-Man movie that has nothing to do with the MCU.
If you're a fucking loser on the internet saying Miles Morales isn't Spider-Man, watch that fucking trailer, dude. Miles Morales is Spider-Man. You just can't accept the fact that there's a fucking badass black Spider-Man. You're just pissed about it. Just say it.
Hey,
just say it.
All of you guys out there, can I just tell you right now, like, I don't know if you noticed this, but I buy a lot of Lego sets, and there's a bunch of Lego sets where Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man, and Miles Morales are both included in the set.
Yeah.
And how they're referred to on the set, on the box, is Spider-Man.
Black Spider-Man.
No. And,
Wow.
and Miles Morales.
Racist,
Yeah, no,
racist
it's for sure.
I think they might have Spider-Man in parentheses after that, but it's always Spider-Man and Miles Morales. So I don't know what your bitch is. Because
even the show, like some of the new Disney Channel shows.
if somebody says Spider-Man to
Miles.
me,
Yeah.
I assume Spider-Man, red and blue.
Yeah.
Classic Spider-Man.
Yeah, they have to go out
If
of their.
somebody, you have to say Miles Morales to me for me to know that you're talking about that character.
But they use that line of thinking to say, well, see, that's proof
Well,
that Peter
get
Parker is
clicks.
Spider-Man. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You have 75, like 80 years of history with Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
They're gonna bitch either way.
And maybe like 15 with Miles, if that.
Oh yeah, and can we get into this bullshit about Jessica Drew? Shut the fuck up, okay? You guys don't fucking care about Jessica Drew, and you never did. And the only reason you fucking care about her now is because she was quote unquote race swapped. Honestly, she looks better as a character. Jessica Drew is fucking okay.
But that's
part
in
of
the
the
comics.
story.
That's in the comics.
Part of the story, I don't know, but I just know that fucking shut the fuck up. It's like if Krylar was a like. Okay, the guy Bill Murray's supposed to be playing in Quantumania, Krylar.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like if he was like quote unquote like white in the comics, and like Denzel Washington was playing him in the movie, right?
Yeah.
And like you have like these geeks and gamers and like RK Outpost and shit. Like, I can't believe that they would race swap Krylar. What an important character. Shut the fuck up. Right. He's in like a half a panel of like one comic from the 70s. Shut up. And Jessica Drew.
Who cares? They're fictional characters. Who
the
cares?
point is that their bitch is just
the fact that it's
they don't have a
this
bitch.
Way, but if a black character was rewritten as a white character,
oh my god,
oh my god,
everybody would lose their minds.
Stop the press.
Well, to be really honest, like I mean, it's the argument.
Works.
Well,
90% of the time it works.
Well, the argument is that we've had plenty of fucking.
We've had plenty of white.
We've had plenty of brown characters race swapped into white characters over the years in Hollywood. We don't need it the other way around.
Yeah.
And also,
and it wouldn't have to be that way if it wasn't the way before.
Listen, do you guys know about the rumor? It's a rumor, but it seems very Hollywood to me that they tried to make an Harriet Tubman movie with Julia Roberts.
I don't know if that's real, but I wouldn't put it past them.
Did you ever see the Mina Suvari movie where she has cornrows?
No.
Okay, well go look that movie up. I can't remember what it is, but the movie's based off. The movie is based off of movie is based off of the true story of a black woman.
Oh
yeah, no, yeah,
that's not. Yeah.
And the only thing that indicates that Mina Suvari has anything to do with the actual person that the story's based on is that she has cornrows.
Wasn't there this movie that came out?
White girl with cornrows.
Wasn't there a movie that came out called Aloha or something that was like super whitewashed? It was like Bradley Cooper.
Emma Stone was played a half Asian, half Polynesian character, which is kind of impossible because you don't have any of that in you.
Yeah, she's white.
Very white. You're like Irish and English.
But you know what? You were right at the beginning.
You're literally a continent away from the South Pacific.
Most of the people that bitch about Spider-Woman would say that on any other given day would be like, who fucking cares about Spider-Woman? But then the moment they see that they think the character's race swapped, they're like, whoa, I care now about Spider-Woman. You're totally right. That's what it is. Because how can you watch that whole trailer, which was fucking rad and exciting? Like, real normal people, Spider-Man fans that enjoy the character are like, holy shit, there's
Sassy Cleopatra style fucking Spider-Woman.
She looks cool. You're right. Her character design looks sweet. Like I like it a lot. And I like that the webs are like coming out of her fingertips. That's like a cool thing. And I think I don't know much about Spider-Woman.
They've done both. We've had straight up characters be race swapped, and then we've had characters like Miles Morales, who is literally a brand new character, like they bitch about when a character's race swapped.
And they say, hey, make a new character, make your own Spider-Man.
And
they
did bitch about that.
Yeah.
So really, when you think about it, hey, I'm having a breakthrough here. Are these guys just fucking white supremacists?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Did we just crack their fucking code? We just cracked the code of geeks and gamers. RK Outpost. Who's that one girl that we featured last week?
Melanie Mac.
Yeah, her. That Star Wars girl.
She has an
We just cracked all their codes. They're just straight up white supremacists with dictionaries and thesauruses and writers.
We can't really cover it because it's not really necessarily pop culture, but I was going to do a video. Melanie Mac made a 30-minute video explaining why wokeism, leftism, whatever, is satanic. Oh she made a whole PowerPoint about it.
Jeez
and
Christ.
every point she's making is literally just being accepting of gay people and trans people existing, accepting that. And then she like brings up like
I'm gonna derail.
She's like such a fundamentalist in this approach, where she's talking about how the woman is subservient to the husband in the relationship. I'm like, it is 2022, woman, and I would never in a million years tell my wife that she is servant to me.
And
my wife would rip my head off.
And
Are you
I have
fucking
a question.
kidding me?
And
rightfully
I have
so.
a question for Melanie Mack. Then, if she thinks the woman is always subservient, then does that mean that she's never been on top? I highly doubt it, because being on top's fun
for everyone.
You know, you can tune in.
Anyway, no, I'm just saying I was gonna cover that, but I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I would like to
have to-
derail the discussion about Melanie Mack. I just
we
wanted
can
to
move on. I
name
just
drop her
wanted
by saying, how about them Vikings? All right, let's move on.
Yeah, well, we're them boys making noise.
The Bucks suck again. The Succaneers.
Succaneers.
Okay, final
You're a
topic.
Cowboys fan?
Yeah.
Here's
He
your
is.
your owner is Ross Perot on crack.
Look, man, you ever
Hey,
been to
man,
Jerry
listen,
World?
listen,
I've been to
you
Jerry
know,
World.
you know what, man? I tell you what. You know what'd be really great? I bet you OBJ helmet with a star on the side, man. That sounds really good.
All right.
He's the sponsor for Rusty's. And,
Ladies
Lightning
and
McQueen's
gentlemen, boys and
cars.
girls, it is time. You know what? Hold
Also,
on.
the 40-3 beatdown. I'm like, what the fuck do I have to talk about?
You know
I thought you
what?
said there were no clips, you liar.
There's one clip.
Fucking lying asshole.
Oh no, that's your music.
Oh, that's mine?
That's a sneak peek.
Really? What's that?
Song we made for
Oh, I was going to say, I'm like, how the fuck did you
Gentlemen, it's almost Christmas time. This is airing on December 19th. So
Mm.
we're right around the corner.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Santa's going to die.
Hey, spoilers.
Holy sh!
Feeling lucky, Santa?
Oh, no!
Have you been a good boy this year?
Squeal like a pig, Santa.
Well, have you, punk?
joyful. It's the war on Christmas.
Shoot him in the kneecaps.
Oh, Santa's gonna die.
Get inside! Get inside!
Mrs. Claus.
Oh no! Santa, no!
Oh, my dick.
Anyway, so it's Christmas time, everybody. We're going to talk about our favorite
Christmas time.
Christmas movies.
They just disemboweled Rudolph with an elf.
My favorite is the war.
Let's see your
sound
nose glow
effects.
now, pretty boy.
Just faintly in the background. So Luke, we have a group chat. Some friends.
It's true.
Luke and Tyler are part of it. Out of the blue, he was like top 5 Christmas movies, and a few of our friends
There's
gave
a
our
lot out of
answers.
the blue
I gave
from Luke
mine.
on
He
There's
that
a
gave
few
his.
group
that
chat.
are overlapping. Like I think Home Alone 2.
But
Ooh.
anyway,
me and X both liked that one. I think Tommy did too. I can't remember.
I knew that Luke was going to be on the show this week, and Luke, I said he's the biggest DC fan I know. He's the biggest Christmas fan I know.
Wow.
Man,
I love Christmas.
Wow.
He does.
Most wonderful time of the year.
Wow.
He's the kind of
I'm
guy
not near that at
who-
all, but all right.
who goes all out for gifts and stuff.
I do the gifts thing, but I just don't really care about the season.
Oh, you're so cool.
I want it to last longer,
I'm just
Tyler.
messing with you. I'm not a huge.
Me too.
I like to pretend that Christmas.
I would
time
like
is all
the feelings and togetherness and the way people treat each other to last longer.
I
yes.
do. I
No,
do.
sure.
December is a nice month
broken
because
homes pretend for at least one time of the year.
it's everybody kind of coming together and hunkering down as the year winds down and we start a fresh new
Who
year.
the fucking
And all
hunker?
that time hunkering down and clowning, we want to talk about
hunkering and clowning.
hunkering down and clowning.
Get our new album.
That's a good one. Talking about our favorite Christmas movies. So top 5 favorite Christmas movies. That is the main topic tonight. Well, not main topic, but the one that's bring us home for the Christmas season. You know. Let's start with you, Tyler, because you don't.
Oh,
you
well,
didn't.
fuck you. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll
Actually,
go,
perfect.
We'll
No.
go 5 to
start.
1 because I think we're all gonna have a pretty different list.
Oh, are we gonna do all 5? We should just do all of our 5s. We should just do
Just
all.
describe why. Okay.
I think honestly, because if we go I'll forget
it'll
where
take,
I'm at.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do in no particular order because I couldn't really tell you.
Okay.
I know what he said, but it does take place during Christmas, so Die Hard.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm on that. That's my
Yeah,
team.
it's in
Yeah,
mine.
I know what Bruce Willis said, but it. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Home Alone is a classic.
I have a machine gun now.
No matter what you got, I would love to get
Home
the
Alone's my
Home
number
Alone
2.
house, the Lego house. That's fucking dope. That'd be so cool.
I'd like to just visit. I want to know what the fucking electric bill is in that house because every night, every single night.
So it's you can tell that it's one of those really rich neighborhoods in Chicago.
It's a gated
Yeah.
house right now because it's so
The
popular.
people-
People come to it all the
Yeah,
time.
well,
I was pretty sure
people who
the-
owned it before they filmed there were independently wealthy.
They also
on their
shot
own.
but they shot a bunch.
So electricity.
Everything in that house is red and green. Even
Hmm.
the entire main cast, the family, is red and green.
But I remember watching a behind the scenes thing, and they shot a lot of it in a gym too.
Scrooged.
They built a set
Yeah.
for the house.
Scrooged, with Bill Murray, classic.
Sucks. Hate that movie.
You fucking suck. Am I at 3?
You got 3, yeah.
Which ones are I?
You have 3.
No, which ones are I?
Home Alone,
Hard,
Die
Home
Hard, and
Scrooged.
Scrooged.
A Christmas Story. No. Or is it whichever the one? Ralphie.
Yeah, it's Christmas Story.
Okay.
Christmas Story, Christmas, where he comes back.
The
It's a
new one?
sequel, and-
No, I have no interest in that.
It's a.
From what I
you can
understand,
leave
and then
love it or leave it.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
The blessing.
What?
The best part of
This is
the
for me.
movie is
Yeah.
the part where bend over and I'll tell you.
Has it been nipply outside? Did I say nipple?
Nibble.
No, it's another one, a good one. Trading
bad he's a
Space.
shitty
Trading
person.
Spaces is a fucking fantastic Christmas.
Should I go or you go, Luke?
I'm just saying random.
Trading
You know,
Trading Places
a,
is a good Christmas movie, but it's more New Year's
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah,
on
but
the
there's the whole-
train and when
yeah,
New
but there's
Year's
the
is
whole
happening.
scene
You know, plane,
where
trains,
he's
and
wearing
automobiles
those
is
Santa
It does.
suit.
A
And he goes
portion
to
of
the
the movie
party.
does take place in Christmas, and Dan Aykroyd has the Christmas. You're right. He does
Santa's
go to the
like
Christmas.
Santa,
party.
yeah.
Yeah,
He does go to the Christmas party.
and he shows.
And he has
fucking
the salmon.
in the yeah.
It'll make it fucking take you off salmon
you
forever,
also
man.
get to see.
You watch him like eat
what's
the
her
salmon
name?
with his
What's her
beard
name?
in it.
Yeah, it's gross.
That'll take you off salmon for fucking years,
But
man.
is it Jamie Lee Curtis?
Jamie Lee Curtis
You can see her
flashes
tits
her
in there.
boobs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
so that
can.
already is like honorary
fan
mention.
fucking tastic. Well, I don't consider
Those
it a
those
Christmas.
are nice.
I don't consider it a Christmas movie because
You are horny on the main. All right, I'll go with my list. So yeah, I'm gonna do what Tyler said, no particular order. These are just my 5 faves. Die Hard, of course, it's the classic. What else could be
For sure.
said about how great Die Hard is? And people that go back and forth on this, the movie is set around a Christmas party. It's happening at a Christmas.
yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
Like okay,
and what, he
definition
literally
of a
writes
Christmas
"ho ho ho"
movie
in blood. I have a
is
machine
if
gun.
the main premise and the majority of the movie is over Christmas, and it has something to do with the fact that it is Christmas time. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So
The movie doesn't work unless the entire building, except for the people on top at their party, are gone.
Yeah.
And the only way that works is if it's clearly like on a Friday. It's not Christmas Eve, clearly. Nobody has Christmas parties on Christmas Eve. But it's clearly a Friday.
Yeah.
Maybe close to the break. I don't know. But everybody in the building has gone home. He even says it at the beginning. Like, oh, everybody else has gone home except for the people at the top.
Yeah.
Because it's like after 5 o'clock on a Friday, and that's when they start their Christmas party or whatever.
it's true. Yeah.
Batman Begins. Or
I
Batman
wish we
Returns.
would have seen
Number
a
one.
little
That is,
more.
by far my number
A
one.
little more. Going back to Die Hard real quick. I wish we would have seen a little more. A little more of the story going on with the dude in his office. With the massive amounts of cocaine and the 2 hot secretaries.
You wanna see
Whatever
where
happened?
that was going?
No,
Was he a
when they're clearing out the offices, and they
Yeah.
take the girl out, she's got no shirt on. It's because they also
You always had to flash random tits in these movies.
there's another part in the movie where I think it's Bruce Willis, but he's looking across like something, but he sees this one office where one of the secretaries is standing on top of the desk, and the guy and the other secretary are both sitting on the desk, like looking up at her, and like, I don't know, there's just talking or whatever, but clearly there was some threesome action going on in there. All right,
Yeah, cocaine.
Our
80s.
cocaine.
I'm so glad you added that insight.
It's from the remember RoboCop?
Yeah.
You gonna call us?
Bitches leave. Classic. Batman Returns.
My number
A lot of
one.
people forget that is set
favorite.
around Christmas. The Christmas tree lighting.
Oh, let's be all fucking clever and pick movies that aren't real Christmas
That's
movies.
a real Christmas movie, you sick fuck. Because the entire movie is centered around the tree lighting ceremony.
Die Hard 2 is technically a Christmas movie, too.
Yeah, it is. It is. Die Harder.
Lethal Weapon's
Yeah,
on my
but it's
list
not that
too,
good.
Tyler. Lethal Weapon is on my list.
Fuck
because
you think
the
about
first
that,
scene-
asshole?
The first
Listen, you
scene
piece of
is,
shit.
Fucking
is,
bitch.
is a Christmas song and a hooker jumping out of a fucking window after a fucking Christmas party.
Yeah.
You're so like
Here's one that
your
I.
passive aggressive voice is
He's
so
He's got a Christmas tree
Smooth.
in his house.
it's
He has him
fucking
over for
it's
Christmas dinner.
syrupy smooth. You're like, hey man, motherfucker,
Hey man,
you
motherfucker.
piece of shit.
Some
Shut
dudes
the
they can
fuck-
just curse like butter.
Fuck
ooh,
yeah.
ooh, curse like butter.
It's like caramel shooting out of your butthole. Wow.
What?
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next movie because I don't know what to say to that.
Sorry, you're on 4.
Modern classic.
What
for
are you
me,
on?
Number 3.
Tell me.
Number 3. Modern classic.
'Kay.
Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony
Everybody
Mackie.
forgets about that
The
movie.
Night Before.
Yeah.
I enjoy that movie a lot. Michael Shannon is fucking funny. In that
One of the
movie.
better, newer Christmas movies.
I like it because it lets Michael Shannon's a great actor. He's a menacing actor, scary dude.
You know,
But you gotta let him do a little comedy because he's got some comedic chops. He's pretty funny.
you know what I really like is my one of my favorite Christmas movies, Semi-Pro.
That is not a Christmas movie.
You're such a fuck.
You're such a fuck.
Number 4, Jim Carrey's Grinch. I watch that movie every year.
Do you like it because of all the CIA training he had to go through, or else he would have lost his fucking mind under all that makeup? Or
I love it.
the fact that it has nothing to do with the book?
I love it because it's just fucking bonkers. I
Hey,
love it because it's just
If
absolutely.
you have
insane.
Anthony Hopkins telling you,
Snowflake,
Is Anthony Hopkins in
he
it?
narrates it. Yeah.
Really?
yeah, he's the narrator.
I've never seen one
And
second of that movie.
Jim Carrey sings the "You're a Mean One." He sings it.
but it's saying
Did you ever
he
notice?
tells you that on every snowflake there's a different story.
Sure.
So this is an alternate universe.
But
Let's get the
but
Ron
you
Howard
think-
universe.
you think
the DC
You think
Snowflake?
I
Is
think
that
I
the
figured
Marvel
out. I think I figured out why the Grinch is such an asshole. Right?
Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat comes.
Listen to the song, and there's a part. There's like 3 different parts written into the song where all the music stops, and the guy can just go, seriously, he's like a piece of shit. You ever talk to this guy? He's a fucking cocksucker.
Yeah.
You're a mean one. Mr.
Seuss
And then, like,
writes some diss
and then like
tracks,
2
bro.
verses later, he's like,
Diss track.
no, I'm not kidding, man. This guy's literally like a pedophile. He's fucked up, dude. He's fucking, he's a creep.
Why the fuck is he furry?
Why the fuck are we singing
Why
about this cocksucker?
Doesn't he wear pants?
Right.
He's got to have a big green dong.
Do you
He's
think maybe
angling
because
around.
the song About You has written into it moments where the lead singer, whoever's doing it, can stop and go, let me throw another couple of barbs at his ass.
Are you saying that the Grinch got wrapped up in a like Pizzagate QAnon conspiracy
That's
in
a
Whoville?
fucking
Like they're like,
yes.
he's a fucking pedo, dude. I saw him.
Yup.
That's why he's exiled, is because he can't be.
No,
within
I was
1,000
just saying
yards
that was
of
something
a high
shitty you would
school.
say about
And then
something.
Whoville
Oh,
start the
that's-
hashtag protect our kids shit, and then then it's a whole mess. And then my last one, I gotta pull it up here.
Out of your butthole.
No, also that's a movie I watched when I was a kid, and I really liked as a kid. Is it a great movie? No, I love it because it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
There's one part where Jim
It's
Carrey.
your favorite Christmas
Which-
movies, man.
Exactly. There's one part where Jim Carrey literally tries to hail a taxi after he burned down this tree and caused all this havoc.
because I'm green.
Doesn't stop, and the Grinch goes, "It's because I'm green." And I was just like, "What is this movie?"
It's fantastic.
Then he hijacks this like really small dude's car, hops in that, and drives that around, and then drives it into something,
And it
into a fire
explodes.
hydrant, and it explodes. Like exactly, the movie has amazing kinetic energy that makes no sense, and
So
that's why I love it.
stupid.
And the one to round it out, the cream of the crop holiday movie, Jingle All the Way. Let me tell you, You stop eating my cookies.
No, let's talk
Get
about
me the
let's talk
Turbo
about
Man.
the real villain, the neighbor guy who's trying to plow all the wives.
Yeah,
Phil
Phil
Hartman?
Hart, dude. Phil Hartman is fuck. R.I.P. Dude.
Start over.
He had the most incredible comedic timing, dude. He is so fucking
Oh, dude.
funny in everything he's
Yeah.
in. Like, did you ever go back and watch Small Soldiers and see him in that movie? I think my favorite war was the Second World War. He just says shit like that. And then he's like, "Oh, have you had these
If you're-
cookies?" He's just trolling.
If you're
Arnold.
a Phil Hartman fan, you definitely need to watch two things: News Radio.
I do need to watch News Radio.
And the other one is there's a sketch from Saturday Night Live where it's Kevin Nealon and John Lovitz, and John Lovitz plays Tonto, and Kevin Nealon plays Tarzan, and Phil Hartman plays Frankenstein's monster, and they're on like a talk show, like a Sally Jesse Raphael, and they're like, "So tell us about tell us about these things," and they finally come to, and they're like, "What about fire?" And Tarzan's like, "Fire good. How about you, Tonto?"
Fire bad.
No, they go, "How about you, Tonto?" "Yes, fire good." And then they come to, and he stands up and fire back, and he like runs through, and he destroys like the set and comes back onto the thing, and he's laughing uncontrollably. It's one of the few times that you've ever seen Phil Hartman on SNL break. Because they refer to him as the glue. He never broke. He always held the sketches together. And there's a thing where they talk to him and they're like, why was that the sketch that made you break after all the other ridiculous ones that you've done? He's like, well, I was sitting there and I realized what I was doing. I was playing Frankenstein's monster, and two best friends were playing Tonto and Tarzan. And we were on a sketch show, and it was the most ridiculous thing that I've ever thought of in my life, and it just made me laugh how stupid we were.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right, Luke, your top 5.
And you can't include any of ours.
I already
Just
had
kidding.
all of ours.
I've already had them. Good God. Wow.
Batman Returns.
I did it
Wrong
again.
way.
I don't know which one's his mic.
Batman Returns
one?
is my
There
my
we go.
my
I
ultimate
got the right
number
one
one.
after he coughed.
Because Batman Returns is...
I'm a piece of shit.
I love Batman. I love Christmas.
Markham. What?
I love Batman. I love Christmas. And Michelle Pfeiffer is Catwoman. But it's just...
Oh my
That's
god.
that's my newfound tradition, and I want to do this like when my kids get older. Is I want to sit on the couch after I've had my because I'm starting to make French toast on Christmas too. That's my traditional breakfast.
Where the fuck is this going?
And I'm
Are
saying
you serious? Are you serious with your Phil Hartman sketch breakdown just a second
Shit.
ago?
no, because I want to establish these traditions, and do these things like
Call
all
off
the time.
panel off topic.
And I want to end Christmas with Batman Returns. Just ending the Christmas season for me.
I
Problem
really
is,
want some fucking French toast now.
the problem is
Yeah,
Let's go to
Sorry.
Perkins
Sorry.
after
Danny
this.
DeVito's
That's fine.
penguin bites off a dude. Like, you can't watch. Kids
He's
can't
like-
really watch
He's
that
like,
movie.
I mean, yeah, it's a dark movie, but
It's a little dark.
It's
get over it.
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
When penguin bites off his
But
nose,
right now,
that's the real
right now,
magic
that's,
of Christmas.
that's my tradition. Is like I sit up and I have a nice hot cup of peppermint mocha, and I sit there, and the snow is falling down. There's lights on the
Michelle Pfeiffer's
tree.
getting thrown out of a window.
Jack Frost's nipping at your nose.
Next,
Nipping at your dick.
You trying to go 12
You
ounce
almost
Max
said nip.
Shrek.
Like Shrek. You got
Christopher Walken
A
in
s-
a made up character.
just a complete crap character, but Walken fucking hams it up like a motherfucker.
chewing the scenery.
And he's got this weird like 3-word thing where he can only say 3 words
Oh,
and then take a breath.
tone.
It's just I don't get it.
Yeah, you got your sound all wrong. Oh. Are you serious? You gotta warn me before you do that so I can mute it.
Are you sure? Because I don't think you
don't-
know
I'm
which
just
mics
gonna-
are
I'm
which.
just gonna
Anyway.
throw them all down.
Anyway, I love that movie. It's a great movie. But this, I like,
you
I
are
like
1,
Home
2,
Alone.
or 3?
I like Home Alone 2 because I think Home Alone 2 is a better movie than Home Alone 1 because
That's a
he
fair
had,
argument.
He had to do all that
What
shit.
the fuck?
He had to do all that shit in a house. that he had no idea about
Are you
where
fucking
anything
serious? Are you out of your goddamn mind?
This is for real happening right now.
was. No, I like because it
No,
has the
find-
shocking
find it
scene.
out.
It has the shocking
No,
scene.
I don't want to dignify that
They're
with a
stupid
response.
enough to fall for like some of the same shit again.
This is the
The
cereal
pipe
all
fall,
over again.
the suck brick. Hey kid, suck brick, and he clearly misses him. That's fucking fantastic.
I can't believe you'd say something like that on
on
the air.
mic. On mic. That terrible
Do we
take.
want? Do we?
But it's the fact
we
that
wanna
they did
edit
all
that
the
out?
same jokes.
Home Alone 2 is better than.
It is.
What the fuck?
Well, you're not gonna like the next thing I gotta say because Home Alone 3's on my list. No,
Oh my
Son of
God.
a-
it's not. I'm joking.
I don't think that one's a Christmas movie.
I don't think that.
It's
I don't think that
the
one.
new one they made for Disney Plus.
Home Street Home Alone. I heard that's
Oh.
dog shit.
You can't
I heard
make
it's
a
great.
you can't make a Home Alone movie now
My friends
because
suck.
hey mom, you
They
guys
think
left
that
me.
movie was good.
Oh shit, we better turn around.
You
He would
can't
call them right away.
Can I
can't
just
leave a
say?
kid
Can
at
I
home
just say?
nowadays.
I love
It's
the Kevin
impossible.
Hart and oh god, what's her name? Shit.
Unless you did one with Macaulay Culkin and he leaves his kids somewhere. That would be fucking fantastic.
That would
She
be
was in
funny.
Beetlejuice.
He's like,
Ca-
"God
Winona
damn it."
Ryder?
the Catherine O'Hara,
Yes.
Kevin Hart commercial is so classic. Kevin, what you want? You haven't seen that one?
No.
Have you
But your
seen,
breakdown makes me want
Have
to
you
see it.
seen? I want to say
What you-
it's either.
What?
It might be College Humor. I don't know. I don't remember which account it is.
What's your next movie?
I'm doing like a side story here because the commercial for Folgers when the brother comes home from like college or whatever and he's talking
Yeah.
to the sister and she puts the bow on him and she's like, "Oh, you're my present." And then
What are
freaking
you talking
the
about?
Folgers commercial because there's like a comedy humor or something. They took that and then they made it to where the parents are pissed because the brother and the sister are like having this weird sexual tension in this
What is
commercial. And then they're like, "You can't. That's your brother." She's like, "I love him."
So one of your favorite Christmas movies is
No,
a fucked
no.
up Folgers incest commercial?
No. You said something that made me think of that.
Oh,
So-
I
so-
thought you were like.
No, I said that this is a little unrelated.
Oh my god. It's the hardest I've ever laughed on the pod.
Anyway,
My last Christmas
That's not
movie, my last favorite Christmas movie is a book.
A Christmas Carol, the book.
It's a great
Audio book.
Marley was dead to begin with.
Wow.
That's like the stupidest way to
So-
start a fucking book. Well, this character is really important, but he's dead already. No.
All right, so what's your
Another one is one that came out a couple years ago on Netflix, and it's called Klaus. And I can't remember who's in it, but it's a super emotional, like
We're all dead.
like the way that Santa came about type of movie.
We're not in
And
shape.
It's
That-
Jason Schwartzman is the main guy, and J.K. Simmons is Klaus, and it's this old like woodsman that lives out in like this town where this other guy is this mailman, but he's privileged. He's got the silver spoon. He's all about it, and he's like going through mailman
You're
college.
giving synopsis of all these movies. We didn't do full plot
Well,
summary.
Because you guys don't know this one is.
Hey, listen, guy who
Klaus
called me
on
out
Netflix.
on Phil
you're right, I'm
Hartman's
sorry.
sketch recap.
And
Fair enough.
he's
actually on point
he's
this
supposed
time.
to go he's supposed to go to this town where like there's no mail, they're always fighting, they don't give a shit about anything. And
I thought you
it's
were
like
sticking that in
literally
your ear.
impossible for him to
That's
get
not how you use it.
6,000 letters. And his dad's like 6,000 letters. You can prove to me that you can be a mailman, you can come home, you never have to work again, you can have all this shit. So he's like, "Yeah, bet."
Federal paid
And
job.
so he gets all these kids to write letters to Klaus, the woodsman, because he builds toys, because he wanted to be a dad and never could have kids, and then the whole thing. And then it's just like one small act of kindness strikes another, and that's the main premise of this movie.
Pay it forward.
And and so there's this scene, and it might just be because I'm a dad and my daughter is the same age as this little girl, but she does not speak the language. She doesn't speak English. She speaks like some kind of like weird Dutch. It's crazy. Anyway, he takes the little girl to the teacher in town and is like, "Hey, explain me what the fuck she's talking about." So they do, and it's got this fucking like banger of a song, this fucking banger of a Christmas tune, and it's like about the spirit of Christmas because you can't touch it, you can't feel it, and it's like it's there. Yeah, I know. Just look at it. But then they like go and they build this. They make this toy for this little girl, and she's so fucking excited that these two dudes are able to make her this fucking contraption that helps her have fun.
Oh,
and it's just so emotionally just like racking because you guys got to watch it. It's a fantastic movie.
I've heard. I've heard nothing but good things.
It's a great fucking film.
I think my favorite part was when you put all of our movies to shame by being like, I think it's because it's because I'm a dad. And I'm sitting over here like, hey man, fucking Home Alone.
Fuck you.
Yeah, man. I thought it was cool.
I had Jingle All the Way on my list.
Yeah.
The dude, he's a shit dad because he's like, yeah, I'll get the present.
Why did he
never
wait
did.
until like Christmas Eve to get the most hottest toy on the street?
That's rookie fucking mistake.
Oh,
bro.
but then he's like,
You've been a dad for fucking 9 years.
Also, at this
I'm
point-
sorry. He's gonna spawn the one to destroy the Death Star.
I really like the actions.
Andy, I got you this toy that you wanted.
That was
That's
great.
okay, Dad. You were a Turbo Man anyway. Okay, so this was fucking pointless then, huh?
Yeah.
$75. And who wants to buy it? I
I really want to buy one of those
just-
from Walmart because
he
they
just
have
does
the
this-
Turbo Man, and it's fucking cool.
Do they
But
really?
it's like $50.
Oh no, I'm not paying for that.
And it's like tall, it's plastic. It's not as
It's tall,
detailed
it's
as
plastic.
the one in the.
It's a toy.
Shaped like a back massager.
It has a turbo.
Has 3 speeds.
Sir, this is an Arby's.
If they find it,
Has
they
3
will
speeds.
play with it.
And a rotating tip.
I don't think you got the same Turbo Man toy.
What?
It's a turbo. Yeah.
Hey, mine says turbo on
Dude,
it.
Sinbad.
Turbines to speed.
Mine says, hey, the
Sinbad
thing
is
that
the
I
best
have,
thing about that
the
movie.
thing that I have says Turbo Man on it. So,
All right. What are you doing? They can't see what you're doing. He's making hand gestures.
Dude, somebody posted a dream,
Disgusting.
like a Dreamcast
disgusting hand
for the
gestures.
for a Bat Family movie.
We're wrapping it up.
I'm sick of
that's
you
fine.
guys. What about
But the
Bat
dude from
Family?
Stranger Things that plays Billy, they wanted him as Jason Todd, Red Hood. I thought that was kind of cool. I'd watch that.
Yeah. Luke, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What did you say? It's your fucking pleasure.
Fucking, you're fucking. The pleasure is
take your hat, sir?
the pleasure is
You're
all
fucking
yours.
lucky I did.
You're lucky I stuck
Son
around
of
for
a
an
bitch.
hour.
You little bitch. Anyway, thanks for playing our reindeer games. Did you ever watch that movie? Reindeer games?
We were talking
who's
about
it?
this
Who
off
is
the
it?
air. We were talking about this off the air about how that was
I
one of my
remember.
favorites. And I didn't put it in there because it's not really a movie. It's only like 30 minutes or something. But it's such a fucking classic, but it's so fucking creepy, dude. Like, hey, man. Santa's like, hey, Blitzen, what the fuck? You bring your fucking
Christmas
kid
of the
with
Cranks is a pretty good one too.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that movie's bad.
Deck the Halls was shit.
Oh, fuck.
Deck the Halls was shit. But Christmas with the Cranks, where he's trying to get a tan, Botox, and all that shit. And he's trying to fucking like, he's trying to make himself look less tan by wearing black. And then she powders him up, and he's like, "I look like my mother." Like pretends to be dead. That was fucking awesome.
When we pretend to be dead. That's
And
an all
then-
7
and then
song.
the kid, he's like, "Hey kid, you gotta let me out
Why do I got the sniffles?
because I was just trying to get food for my kids, little Billy, Tammy." It's like, not the
I
kids.
got such a runny nose right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dare the
There's
person.
something going around.
I'm trying to dare the person listening to this to turn it off at this point. Fuck them.
This is a 6-hour episode.
The reward that you got for
turn it
staying
off
on longer than anybody else is us saying "fuck 'em" to you.
Da-da-da-da-da, You've
Fuck
won.
you loser.
You've won the contest. You made it to all 6 hours.
Stop recording.
It won't fucking stop.
That's
God
right.
damn it.
Joke's on
We
you.
doomed us ourselves.
Shit.
It will never
We're
end.
screwed. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations
Joke's
to making
on
it to
you,
the
friend.
end. You're stuck with us here, you fucker.
We've just entered a space-time continuum.
God damn it, you guys.
I'll eat your ass.
I wonder what barbecue sauce would taste like on an ass. Because if I gotta eat it, I'm gonna put all kinds of condiments and seasonings on it so it tastes a little bit better because I don't know where your ass has been. But I'll eat it.
I know it won't